If you're sentenced to a term of imprisonment which isn't suspended, the court should set a parole release date or a parole eligibility date. Parole release date is a certain date you'll be released from prison, whereas a parole eligibility date is a date when you're eligible to apply for parole to be released. So you apply to the parole board to be released on parole. Unlike a parole release date, there's no certainty as to when you'll be released from custody. So when can you get a parole release date? If you are sentenced to a term of imprisonment of 3 years or less, and the offence isn't one of a sexual offence or a serious violent offence, the court can set a parole release date. So when can you get a parole eligibility date, or when must the court make one? If you are sentenced to a term of imprisonment of more than 3 years, and the offence is not a sexual offence or a serious violent offence, the court must set a parole eligibility date. If you are sentenced to a term of imprisonment for a sexual offence or a serious violent offence, the court must set a parole eligibility date also.